Joey Pigza swallowed the key, chapter 14, picking it up on page 143. I love elevators, I said to Mom as we walked toward the bus stop. They make me seasick, she said. I remembered. Maybe it was the patchworking, or maybe it was what Special Ed had said. He had told me that all my problems were not because I was hyper. Some of it is attitude, he had said. If you have a positive attitude, things will look a lot better. And he was right, because even though I was still Joey Pigza and taking meds and going to a special school for extra help, I didn't feel the same. I felt like Christmas was just a few days away, even though it wasn't. As we walked down the street, Mom held up the box of patches the doctor had given her. These are not Band-Aids, she said, tapping the box with her fingernail. I know the difference, I said. I'm not an idiot. They took pictures of my brain, and I wasn't missing any. Thank God, Mom said, and started fussing with the hair around my bald spot, and I had to pull her hand away. It'll grow back, I said. Don't keep messing with it, or I'll put a patch on you. Well, don't pull out your hair, and I won't have to mess with it, she said. From there we took the bus to the pet store, and I had a huge grin on my face because I was right about my Christmas comes early feeling. I was smiling up until the moment I found out they didn't have any Chihuahua, and were not likely to get one. Ever. The pet lady looked at me like I was the only person on the planet who thought a Chihuahua was not a rat. They are very nervous, she explained, and they make a yapping noise all day long. That's exactly what I want, I replied. She groaned, then suggested I buy a Rottweiler, or a Pit Bull, or some huge dog that looked like the wolf that ate Grandma in Little Red Riding Hood. I only considered the wolf for a moment because I thought if Grandma returned, it could swallow her whole. That's only a story, the lady said when I asked if a grandma could be swallowed by a wolf dog. Be nice, Mom whispered to me when the salesperson turned to answer a question from someone else. Grandma took care of you when I couldn't. I knew that having Grandma swallowed alive wasn't a nice thought, and I was trying to be nice like Special Ed and Mom and everyone told me to be. Of course, I still love my grandma, even after all the awful stuff she did to me, which is scary that you can love someone who is not nice. I guess that is what getting better will do to a person, make you forgive people who have been mean to you. So we didn't buy any of the dogs, and I left really bummed out. But every day I was still at the downtown Special Ed. We kept checking in the Thrifty Nickel free newspaper, and finally there was an ad for a half Chihuahua and half Dachshund. We called the number, and the man brought him over to our house in a shoebox, and he was perfect. The dog was great because the Chihuahua half supplied most of all the good looks, except for the really short legs and hot dog belly. And the Dachshund half made him a little less jittery, although he did yap a lot. I named him Pablo Pigza, PP for short. We were destined for each other because right away he decided to sit on the windowsill and wait for me and yap at everyone who went by. Mom said the yapping drives her nuts, and that's why she has to turn the TV up really loud. And she suggested that I take out one of my used patches and cut off a piece and stick it on Pablo's belly to see if it would calm him down. I don't think so, I said to her. Then snap a rubber band around its snout, she said. That thing is just like you used to be. You loved me then, I said. But I don't have to love that dog, she replied. I picked Pablo up by his extra long belly and held him to her ear, and he licked it and tickled her. Say you love him, I said. Say it. No one can resist Pablo. He's just like me, messed up but lovable. She caved in. Okay, she said. I love him too. Don't say it unless you mean it, I said, and pressed Pablo's nose back into her ear. I love him, she squealed, then pulled her head away. I can't live without him. That's better, I said. Pablo and I feel much better now.